Well, hello and welcome. I'm Lori Wilson. I am President and CEO of your local Better Business Bureau, and I am thrilled to welcome all of you and congratulate Patricia and your entire team on winning the 2021 BBB Torch Award for Ethics. I want to let you know that the Ethics Award honors companies whose leaders demonstrate a high level of personal character and ensure that the organization's practices meet the highest standards of ethics, which obviously generates trust, which is what BBB is all about. I want to share some of the comments that the judges made in regards to your entry. One judge said the focus on empowerment across customers and employees is awesome. And another judge said this is a business that intentionally builds culture and community through specific programs and actions. As we work to impact the world of business, it's important that organizations like yours get viability as a leader of corporate culture. I thought that was really impressive. I thought that says a lot about what your application, showed that you all do. So congratulations. I have looked up your website. I see that you've got a nice, varied, interesting background. Is that what you think gives your well-rounded approach to making these commitments to your community?
I think that anybody who's walked the earth long enough has the sense of self and the sense of being of service to others to really invest in that way. It's not as easy when you're younger and you're trying to figure everything else out. But I absolutely think that my time abroad, my time as a stay-at-home parent and being really involved in my community has absolutely shaped my approach to building community within my law practice, among both my referral partners, some of whom are terrific and are here today, among my client base, and then also to other service providers who take care of families with young children throughout San Francisco and the Bay Area.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Do you have any upcoming initiatives or programs that you would like to share with us?
Yes. So I wrote a chapter for a book that should be published in Q4. Wealth Council puts out a book, I think almost every year, with short chapters on various topics. And the chapter that I wrote is working with a divorcing client. Divorcing clients have very special considerations when it comes to estate planning. We are also continuing our work with Natural Resources and the Recess Collective, two local nonprofits who support all families. And we provide education and also money where our mouth is, fiscal sponsorship. Other things that we're working on are workshops for unmarried couples, providing education to realtors, title company, and lenders. That workshop is coming up in November. And we've also started working on something like it's hashtag purse to purse. And it's with a mother's group that I'm in. A lot of us are business owners. So we've started meeting actually in person to figure out how we can best support each other. I buy almost everything locally. And if I can support another woman in business, that's primary for me.
That's amazing. How did the team react when they heard that you guys won the award?
Well, Stephanie waves, they know who you are. Stephanie found the application just a few days before the award was due. And so like me, I think she was pretty shocked because we worked really hard to get it done. And then it kind of, you work really hard for something that you kind of forget and you're not sure when you're going to hear back. But I think that Eleanor, who has been with me for almost 4 years and has had an enormous amount of, I get emotional when I think about this because it was just me for so long. And then Eleanor came on and she wanted to know why I did what I did, why estate planning is important to me, why I'm in this practice area, who I like to work with and why. And she always asked questions about the clients. And she would say, oh, well, we haven't heard back from them, but it's because the baby is due. We haven't heard back from them because they're closing on a house. I've been in touch with them. And so she always knew what was happening with them and their lives. And that's become a core value in our practice. So when I told her about this award and I told her on video and it was just so fun to see her face because I know that she gets it. She understands the mission here and she helped create the mission here. Thank you so much, Eleanor, for your contribution. You make me better at what I do. You make us better at what we do.
Lori, if I can for a second, Patricia's absolutely right. There are very few times I'm lost for words. And when she told me, it's just awesome because again, she works and she cares so hard, and to see that recognized in the community by her peers, we should all be so lucky to stand up and work for what we believe in, show what we believe in with our actions, not just what we do every day, but again, out in the community, again, as she said, putting our money where our mouth is. Again, we care, and to have that care recognized, it just doesn't happen every day. So it's phenomenal to see and great to be a part of.
That's awesome. It emanates through all of you. I mean, as Patricia's talking about, your contributions, Eleanor, yes, I do believe that things trickle down from the top, but it doesn't happen with one person. It really does take a team, and it really does take a village. And, these awards don't get handed out unless everybody's participating. So it really is a compliment to all of you. And I think it's amazing. And it's really fun to hear about the things that you're working on, and knowing that the community in which I live has people that care so much. So congratulations. I wish you continued success and really all the best. And if BBB can help further your mission, we're here for you. So I want to say congratulations. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add?
I would love to say something, Lori. So working with Patricia, my name is Stephanie, and I am her media administrator. And so working with Patricia on this application, it gave me an opportunity to take a look at DeFonteLaw from an organizational management perspective and really analyze everyone's role and how Patricia helps to motivate, lift up, and empower all of us as employees to do our job the best, to ultimately help who? Help our clients with what they're looking for, with their peace of mind, help her network partners with their communication and understanding resources available to them. And then most importantly, I love the community involvement that she helps empower us to be a part of, as well as herself and the organization as a whole. As you mentioned, it does take a village, not just internally, but externally. And as a mother, I know Patricia gets me, and I know that she gets all of us. And so I love the fact that some of the organizations and nonprofits in the Bay Area that we support also support mothers. I can't tell you how many times I've had a wonderful conversation with natural resources about ways I can be a better mother. That has nothing to do with necessarily the job I do for Patricia, but it speaks volumes to how she empowers us to build those relationships, which ultimately help create a culture of community.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Anyone else have anything they want to add?
Yes, I would like to say something. My name is Nadia, and I'm an associate with Patricia. And I would like to say something that it's not just about women that Patricia really cares about. I mean, and yes, it is a focus for her, but it's everybody, not just women too. I mean, yeah, that is a big focus, but the way that she tailors her calls to each specific client's needs, and the way that she is able to suss out what keeps her clients up at night and specifically address that through the documents that she writes for them is phenomenal. And it's very unique to her. And it makes people really feel welcomed and warmed and supported. And it's also a nice feeling for people to understand that this isn't an attorney who just wants to push them through. This is an attorney who cares about them, who listens to their needs, who needs to draft documents in such ways so that they can sleep comfortably at night. And that's very unique to Patricia, and it really does flow from the top down to the bottom, and it's a really wonderful thing to see.
Thank you so much. I want to say that, so this award for ethics, I'll say that when Lori called me, she did admit that they were kind of surprised that they gave this award to a lawyer. This does not make me happy. The people that I know, the people that I serve with who sit on the bench, top notch. I think that this ethics award is good for my profession. I think it's good for all estate planning lawyers. Some of my colleagues are here. They practice estate planning with heart, just like I do. They take this so seriously. It means so much to them. Every family, every client, every probate avoided, every conservatorship avoided, every family protected means something to us. Most of us have a bit of PTSD from practicing estate planning during a global pandemic. It has not been an easy year and a half. And even going into the future, there's so much uncertainty. Most of our clients, their children can't be vaccinated, they're too young. There's still a lot of fear. And this is a very emotional, difficult place to work within the law, even now that things are getting back to normal. So I'm so happy to accept this, like really on behalf of all of the estate planners that I know. I think that we're always pushing each other to do better, be better. And we rely on each other a lot for emotional support. You know, the only person who really understands your job are other people who do your job. And it means a lot to me to win an award for ethics, but I absolutely share it with my bar and with my colleagues. And yes, Eli, estate planning is a social justice issue. Thank you for putting that in the chat.
I'd like to say something about Patricia this morning. We met a couple of years ago over a great meal. And I knew then that this was not only the type of professional I wanted to be associated, this is somebody I wanted to have as a friend. I am in the family law space, and it is just as emotionally impacted as the estate planning space. And they very much are connected, as Patricia well knows. And I can't tell you how much she resonates with me as a person, as a woman, as a mother, as someone who cares deeply about her community, cares deeply about the work that she does. I have no hesitation referring any of my divorce finance clients to her. She is always top of mind for me. And more importantly, she deserves this award because, as she says, it's about all of us. And that's something that means so much to me just as an individual, profession and work and everything else aside. The caring about humanity. Humanity was something that was very important to my dad, and something that he grew up very much infusing within our family, the importance of humanity and how we are dealing with people and relating to people. And so I say to you this morning, without alcohol, Patricia, that you are fantastic, that you deserve this. And I am so glad that I know you.
Thank you, Karen.
Carly, did you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. Whoops, am I muted? No, okay. Courageous, fierce, passionate, and funny are 4 words that come top of mind when I think of Patricia. I'm an insurance broker, and I know many professionals associated with estate planning attorneys, investment advisors, the whole gamut. And I really have to say that Patricia stands out among all the ones that I have worked with. I see that in terms of my interactions with her, and I also see that in terms of her clients who I speak with as well, and how incredible her clients are, but also how they speak of her, even when they're talking about going through the meat grinder, because she's so thorough, so much more thorough. You're not going to get any kind of cut and paste work with her. And I just want to say that when I heard about her receiving this award, I was so happy for her, but I wasn't surprised. So I'm really so grateful and pleased to, be witness to this, and especially considering our tenure together, Patricia. So congratulations.
Thank you, Carly.
Yeah.
This feels pretty darn good, doesn't it, Patricia?
Kind of feels like being at my own funeral. It's super interesting. Why don't you guys just tell me this stuff just normally, like when we're out for drinks?
Because we're talking about other things. You're making us laugh too much.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
I would like to say something if I
Please,
can,
yes.
although I did not prepare. So hopefully something will come out that's good. So Patricia takes a holistic approach to, I think, everything that she does. She does it thoughtfully. She does it with intention. She does it with a mom mind, with a political mind, with a lawyer's mind, with just a real, I think the word is mensch, like a real human mind. She just is there for people. unless she doesn't really like where you're coming from, and then she will fire, she won't bring you on as a client, which is fair. It's fair because she has her values, and I think that's fabulous. And I'd just like to say that Patricia is always thinking about other people. First, it starts with her clients, where she doesn't just do an estate plan for them. She assesses all the risks that they face. She goes way beyond what I think a standard cookie cutter type of project would be. And then she goes out of her way to find experts that she trusts, that she feels comfortable putting them with. She really stands out that way. She's constantly sending business to her group of trusted advisors, and we all appreciate that very much. But we just appreciate you very much because you're just an incredible human being. And I have one question I got to ask your husband. Does this woman sleep?
She sleeps very well. And I think that speaks to just how happy she is and how rewarding she feels with her work and the network of people that she works with from day to day. That come a certain point every day, she puts her head on a pillow or falls asleep on the couch with a sense of gratitude and satisfaction and motivation for the next day. And the snoring probably contributes to all the hard work that comes from
Silence.
what she goes through day to day.
I tried to mute him, but I couldn't.
Thank you, Lori.
I've got more.
All right, I don't want to leave anyone out. So is there anyone else before we close up?
I
my
just
name-
wanted, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm Diane Beatty, and I've had the pleasure of meeting Patricia through Provisors. And so we've only known each other about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. But echoing what everybody else said, I mean, you meet Patricia and immediately you're like, this is a person I want to know very, very well because she's so funny, so exciting, and so interesting, so colorful, I like to say. But the thing that, echoing what everybody else said about planning with heart and taking a holistic approach, what really impresses me about Patricia is even in areas, subject matters that really aren't, the core of estate planning, she prepares her clients so well before she refers them to anybody else or suggests that they need to have another expert look at a different, aspect of their overall plan. So I'm just very, very impressed, Patricia, with how well you can speak to insurance without being in insurance and how well you prepare your clients of exactly what they need to address outside of the estate plan to make that holistic approach. So for those of you that are not in Provisors, Patricia happens to be in my group. And Eli, you can probably echo me or Claudia as well, but I think she's the #1 referral partner in Provisors. I have to think in the Bay Area and certainly within our own group. So speaking to always thinking about other ways to help her client, I think that's just a huge statement when you have, hundreds of provisors here in the Bay Area. And I would have to say she's got to be at the top of the list of referring out as well. So Patricia, thank you for bringing all the high energy that you do to our San Mateo 2 Provisors group. And thank you on behalf of your clients for taking that holistic approach that you do and preparing them so well. It's an absolute pleasure to work with you and to know you. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you.
Rebecca, were you trying to say something?
I just wanted to make sure she had an opportunity to show off her award to everybody because they weren't all on here before.
Let's
Well,
see.
it's kind of
I know,
tricky
put it
with the
over there.
background, but it's see-through.
Yeah, you have to
But
put it in front of your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, but it's.
Ooh,
hard
we
to
can see
on
it.
camera.
You'll see good pictures of it in the we'll do a newsletter with
There we
good
go.
pictures of it. It's really,
Okay, and my-
really heavy.
My only other thing was that we should clap. I feel like
Yeah.
we should clap.
Okay,
Ah, For my
Take a
team.
bow, take a bow.
Well, I'd like to thank Lori and the BBB for giving her this award because it was a very smart and insightful thing to do, and she deserves every ounce of it.
Very well deserved.
Does deserve
I
it.
have to sign off, unfortunately. I have another meeting, but Patricia, congratulations. I'll see you at our next meeting.
Thank you, Claudia. I'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap up the Love Fest and congratulate you on this award. You know, I agree with you that an ethics award means a lot. It's kind of how I like to live my life and obviously how you all like to live your lives. So just hearty congratulations.
Thank you so much. And thank you for
Congratulations.
organizing this. It's so cute. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Congrats.